Oh, this is turning out to be an interesting cruise. The wind is picking up, if anything, and we're getting 37 gusts.
There it is. That was fine. Just took me time. Got a little spray there. Want to clean the boat? There you go. That's us leaving Tilston Lock now. I'm doing this lock gate and Steve is going to do the other lock gate.
Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to another edition of Life on Board AmyJo. And if I sound a little bit out of breath, it's because we've just left Tattenhall Marina on a rather blustery day and trying to get the boat untied, keep it in position, run round the jetty to the back of the boat before she drifted and gun it out of the jetty. But everybody's on board. We've got Chris here today. Say hello, Chris.
Hiya! I've sorted Smudge out, putting him on his perch.
Smudge is on his perch, as you can see. It's quite a blustery day. It's not very warm, and that's why the camera's shaking all over the place, because it's being windblown. But there you go. We're now on our summer cruise. We're not going back. Oops, sorry. And the plan today is to try and get somewhere down by Barbridge if we can. We'll see how we go through the locks, and long term we're aiming to get to the Macclesfield, so that'll be nice. That's something new for you. So hopefully this will be the last time we'll see this stretch of the Shropshire Union for some time. Yes. So there you go. So sit back, get yourself a drink and enjoy today's cruise. After leaving Tattenhall Marina, over the next 2 days we continued down the Shropshire Union to moor up overnight between Ironlock and Stonelock. The next morning we continued down through Tilston Lock, Bunbury Locks, past the Calverley Visitors Centre. We then turned left at Barbridge Junction, went down Chumston Lock and then moored opposite Venetian Marina just below the lock. Oh, this is turning out to be an interesting cruise. The wind is picking up, if anything, and we're getting 37 gusts. Did you say, Chris?
Yeah, 37.
Yeah. So it's making it very interesting steering. I've only taken my eye off the ball for 2 seconds and AmyJo is across the cut. But the forecast was it was supposed to be dropping, which is why we decided we'd make a move. But hey ho, we're there now, so we're going to keep going. But the weather's dry for now, so the clouds are slowly lifting, so fingers crossed. Oh, bless him. I think Smudge has had enough of the wind up on the deck. He's asked to come down and he's now sat on top of the engine. It's a bit warmer down there for him though. We put his coat on because that wind is a little bit on the keen side, to be fair. Well, once again we're passing our favourite pub, now called the Shady. It's not, we haven't been in there that often recently, but still a lovely pub nonetheless. Now, those of you that have followed Ian, Gary and myself for a long time will recognise this boat. It's Malcam. There he is.
I think he's gonna... Is he coming out the back?
Well, we've arrived at our first lock of the day, which is Walton Lock. We had a little discussion on how we were going to handle this. I was originally going to do the lock, but Chris isn't happy handling the boat in this wind, and to be fair, it's been a handful even for me to handle the boat in this wind. So it's been a good 6 weeks since her op now. She's feeling absolutely fine and she really does want to try the lock. So we said, okay, we'll try this first lock and see how she gets on. I'm not happy about that, but she's adamant she doesn't want to handle the boat. I could technically go up there and help her, but she wants to see if she can do it on her own. We'll see how we get on. She's only going to open the first gate, so one gate, so it's not like she's got to try and do two.
There he is. That was fine. Just took me time. This much coming running back through.
As you can see, she's taking it nice and steady, not straining at all. I asked her, she said it's fine. So you can see she's happy, she's got a smile on her face.
I don't feel happy doing the boat, so I've opted to do the locks, but I'm just taking my time. It is a lovely day, but the wind is so cold. And the second paddle is always easier to turn than the first one. Smudgy's having a nice run around. Wait for the lock to empty now.
Not sure if this is coming out on the camera, but can you see the smoke up by the front gate? It's actually water vapour. There's some pressure behind there with air in it, and it's blowing droplets of water out through a hole on the side wall. Not quite sure what it is or why it's doing it, but
got a little spray there. Want to clean the boat? There you go. canal up the top of the lock because the bywash, as I'm opening up, is just slowing down. It was going over that quite fast. In a bit, there'll be hardly anything going over that. Here, Smudge. It's very pretty along here, especially when the sun is out. And actually, I'm not in any wind standing here. I think I'll just stay here. It's lovely. You can see the wind in the trees up there. But where I am, it's lovely. Oh, he's having a wee. You don't want to see him doing that. He likes the freedom, I think, of just being able to have a little run around. But he's not even running. You're basking in the sun, Smudge. That's it. Bit less water going over the bywash now. Both the paddles are open. And Steve is slowly rising up through the lock. And the paddle is fully up. That's it. Just lean back on the gate and it goes quite easily. Well, found the disadvantage of letting Smudge off his lead. He's decided to have a fun and play. Every time I approach him, he decides to run off. Little monkey. At the next lock, guess what? He's staying on his lead. Oh, he looks at you, then he dives off again. I wouldn't mind, but I think he's quite a way to the next lock. He couldn't have picked the one with the shortest distance, he has to pick the one with the longest distance.
Oh, well, at long last, we got a respite from the wind because we're in the trees now. We've got loads of trees alongside. And the bluebells in the woods back there. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, we're enjoying a bit of a respite from the wind. And we had a little bit of fun and games with Smudge just now.
He just didn't want to come back on the boat. He dug his front paws in, so I had to walk with him. But every time I walked towards him, he ran off a bit more. Crafty little devil he was.
All the bluebells in the woods there. I don't know if they're coming out very well on the camera. But, there are absolutely loads of them. There's another patch of them there. Look, you can see those ones.
It's closing. And I'm on a ring here. Oh.
Well, good morning everyone, day 2 now. We're underway again. We've just left our mooring between stone and iron locks, and now we're cruising in company with a hire boat.
Yes.
Down towards Bunbury at the moment. So
they're heading on to Wrenbury and we're hoping to get to Middlewich, so hopefully we'll go up the locks together.
Well, we'll certainly get up through Bunbury locks, and then
what have we got? Tiverton Lock and Bunbury, haven't we?
That's it, and then the rest of it's plain sailing until we get to
Venetian Marina.
Venetian Marina, yeah, which is because we're going up the Middlewich branch after here. So
yeah.
Having done stone, the next lock is Gary and my favourite little lock on this stretch of the canal. This is Tiverton Lock, and we're just waiting for the lock to be emptied, and then we'll go in.
Well, that's us leaving Tilston Lock now. Right. I'm doing this lock gate and Steve is going to do the other lock gate. And the people we're travelling with, I said if they go ahead, the next lock is Bunbury Staircase. Let's hope AmyJo just stays there while Steve closes the gate. And then he'll come and get me from this side. There we go. All done. And AmyJo has been as good as gold and just stayed there waiting for us patiently.
Well, we've not been doing much filming this morning because if you followed us from the beginning, you'll know we've been up and down this stretch of the canal umpteen times. In fact, I'd like £1 for as many times we've done this stretch, but it's still a beautiful stretch nonetheless. So we're just keeping it short until we get somewhere where we haven't cruised quite so regularly. It's been a while since we've done this, but it looks like we're going to be doing the Bunbury Shuffle. There's 2 of us in the bottom chamber and a boat in the top chamber. So it looks like the boat in the chamber up ahead is going on the right hand side as we're looking at it. So the plan is AmyJo will go forward into the next chamber. The boat next to us will then move over to the left into AmyJo's spot where it is now, and then the other boat in the top chamber will then come down into the space left on our right, if you like. I will then move over to the right in the top chamber to let the boat next to us come in on our left. All will be made clear when it happens. And that's it, we've now swapped places with the boat going down there in the bottom chamber. And we've swapped places in the top chamber. We've made the turn now at Barbary's Junction. We're now on the Middlewich branch. And it's turning out to be an absolutely glorious cruise. Loving it. Well, there we go. We've made it. Got ourselves a nice mooring just above Chumston Lock on the Middlewich branch, and just below the lock is Venetian Marina. So we're here for a few days now. I think it's a 48-hour mooring, this one. So but not a bad stop.
Slight change of plan. We're now going down through this lock and mooring at the bottom, and this lock is Chumley Lock. So here he comes. That's it. Steve's just done that paddle and I'll do this paddle, and in the distance over there is Venetian Marina.
Well, we just caught a train from Chester and we're now in Birmingham, making our way to the Channel 4 cast pre-launch get-together. We've just got to find our way to the distillery pub where we're all meeting. Well, it's a bit of a walk to the distillery, but this is a recognisable part of the canals. We've been here before.
Can you spy from here?
Who can you spy around here? I recognise those vloggers. That's the one for the vlog. Well, that's it, we finally got here. Let's go in and see who we can find. We had a fabulous time meeting up with the rest of the cast of Narrow Escapes. Bowled Over Media did us proud with a buffet and free drinks for the occasion, and we made new friends from other cast members, and of course we met friends we already knew. And then it was time for Heidi Gnomes, who is the creative director, to give a speech.
Okay, standing and talking, and then I'll put it out of the way, and then we can all just have food and carry on chatting and everything. I first just wanted to say thank you so much, everybody, for coming and travelling. I know some people were a very long way. We tried to find somewhere central for everyone, but that's never going to happen. So, you know, hope that it was all right, the journey. Thank you for coming. It's testament to how brilliant you all are that we are literally only missing two stories, two people, and one of those is because they moved abroad.
Welcome to the great UK Canal Network, where brave Brits risk it all for life on a narrow boat.
Look at that view!
But not everything is plain sailing. When you live on the water, it's just delightful. A brand new series, Narrow Escapes, on Channel 4. Starts Monday at 4.